Welcome, Soul Visionaries and potential Soul Visionaries. I'm your host, Sherrod Cohen, and you are rocking with the Soul Vision Powercast. You know, that place where we keep it unfiltered and raw. We talk about anything from porn to politics. We'll even talk about that shit you might have heard or even saw. We got my girl back again.
Hey, y'all.
You know, introduce yourself.
I am Tracy Ricks. Most people call me T-Ricks. Just don't call me nothing offensive. But, hey.
And don't call it Collect.
Don't call. Do people still? Do they have that feature?
I don't even know. I'm old, so you know.
Right, I remember them collect calls. But anyway, hey y'all, welcome to the conversation today. I'm so excited to talk. Me and Sherrod be talking.
We talk shit.
A lot.
Hey, okay, now tell them about. We got to plug in.
Okay, so I am a chef, and I'm doing a new take on podcasting. I'm doing the Great Kitchen Takeover, where I come to your kitchen and I take it over. I prepare you food and we talk. So if you are interested in me taking over your kitchen, hit me up on Facebook. My name is Tracy Ricks on the Facebook.
Smooth. All right, well, we're not going to hold these folks up. We're going to jump right into the topic.
Okay.
The 6 male personalities. Alpha versus beta versus gamma versus sigma versus delta versus omega.
That's a lot.
I
need you to break each one of them down. I'm sure I have dated every last one of them
I'm gonna break them down. But see, a lot of people don't even know about the other ones other than alpha and beta.
Okay.
And you're gonna be shocked. We just gonna kick it.
Okay.
All right. Now, number 1 is the alpha male. You know, we're gonna talk about him. And the traits he has is he is confident. The term alpha male is a term most people know, and for a good reason. The term alpha male originates from the animal area as describing the top of the pack. Because of this bracket, the alpha male is naturally going to be confident in how he acts and goes about his life. Confidence is the capability to enter into a wide array of situations and know that you'll make it through, no matter how adverse the situations are. Confidence isn't a natural mortal tendency, and indeed an alpha manly personality type becomes confident over time. Number 2, he's an extrovert. The confidence that an alpha male has is a commodity that's clear from long hauls down. This means he can interact with just about anyone. An alpha male is smooth when approaching a man or a woman, and he has the chops and charms to talk to anyone. Still, nothing can stand in his way. If an alpha male wants to talk to someone, being outgoing allows the alpha male to make further social connections and form connections with lesser effort than any other personality types. Number 3, he is a leader. When someone is asked to take the lead on a design at work, it's the alpha personality who takes charge and leadership. Numerous successful men in the world are considered alpha males because they're eager to lead others and have what it takes to ask others to follow them on their trip. Alpha males make similar good leaders because they're naturally inspiring to others and others are willing to follow them. An alpha male knows how to get a platoon working together to negotiate a thing. And number 4, this is probably what you fell for. He is attractive.
Why you say it's probably what I fell for?
He's attractive.
Actually, Sherrod, I like what other people might consider unattractive men.
Okay.
I like interesting looking people. Now, I be attracted to attractive people.
Okay.
But what gets me is people with interesting faces. But we'll talk about that.
All right. Okay. He is attractive. Charisma is a particularity.
Say it again 3 times in a row. Real fast.
Charisma is a particularity, whatever that word, you the teacher and shit, that an alpha male exudes with nearly everything he does. Charisma is the sense of charm and swagger of a man whom everyone wants to know. Attractive men like James Bond type characters as they act and talk according to their own rules. The seductiveness that alpha males radiate is a primary reason that people gravitate towards them. An attractive person is someone who's fun to be around and will naturally be popular with those who are searching for enjoyment in life. Alpha male.
Okay. I like alpha males, but I like alpha males who are not who do not suffer from egomania.
Okay.
And who are who have a degree of balance with their alpha maleism.
Okay.
Like, I don't like those, look at me type guys. I like the men who are alpha males just by nature, who don't have to try hard, who just are, and who command attention when they walk in the room.
That's true. Okay.
You could just tell, like, it's the energy that they bring with them, I think, that makes most alpha males attractive. It has very little to do with facial features.
Right. So it's just basically, like you said, the swagger that he has, the confidence.
Yes.
And not everybody has confidence.
Not everybody has confidence. And I thoroughly enjoy watching alpha males interact with other men. Especially those alpha males who are tempered in some way, who are not trying to be, look at me, I'm an alpha male, who just doing their thing. I love to watch a man like that handle business.
Now,
that's a turn on.
Now this is the reason why we say women can't raise boys to men. Okay. Because when we get around each other, there's a way we act in the pack that a woman doesn't know about.
For real. And I think women can raise boys as their mother, and they can give them perspectives from the divine feminine, because there's a divine feminine and divine masculine.
Yep, I agree 1,000%.
I cannot tell you how to be a man. Now, I can tell you how to move around in the world from my perspective, but I cannot teach a boy the man things. Yeah, because I'm not a man.
Because the most subtle nuances down to like the handshake. Like when a young man shakes my hand and he's not firm with his handshake, it's like, yo, you either have a lame dude in your life or you have no dude in your life.
Right. And I can tell my son shake a man's hand firmly, but I can't show my son. I can't, like, with I got little hands. I can't show him how a man handshake is supposed to feel. Like, I can attempt to them, and that's what most of our mothers. I'm not even gonna say most, because that's a falsehood. Yep. Some of our mothers have had to do this because they have had no choice. There aren't men around.
That's true.
But I do think boys and girls need both a male and female presence in their lives consistently. When
you look at the prison population and the percentage of those that are incarcerated, and over, I think it's like almost 80% of all those locked up are without fathers.
I can believe that.
71% of all high school dropouts, no father. 63% of all suicides, amongst teens, no father. The fatherlessness impact is so huge, but we don't let that, our egos get out the way, because unfortunately, when it comes to custody and all that, it becomes I gotta win. It's like a competition. It's like, I gotta win. I gotta beat him or her. When in fact, we should just be looking for the child to win.
Right.
Number two. Number two gets a lot of bad. I say bad press.
Oh Lord, what is it?
But in the hood, the beta male.
Okay, let's talk about it.
The beta male. The beta male, he is friendly. With a lot of negativity girding the beta manly personality, we need to understand that this veritably common personality type is nothing of which to be shamed. A beta male is a man who isn't a pushover or someone to look down on, but rather someone who's friendly and respects others. Being friendly is a commodity that numerous people associate with the beta manly personality, whether it's towards a man or woman. The beta male wants to be friendly and kind to everyone and hopes that he'll gain the blessing and admiration of others. Number two. It's nothing.
What you laughing at?
It's like the beta male. He get kicked in the ass.
He get dog, and I would venture to say that most men with whom we interact are beta. By definition.
By definition.
Beta males.
Now, if you use the urban definition,
Right, because I think people get it wrong though. You know, they have a misconception about beta males. Beta don't mean you a punk.
No, it absolutely. I'm telling you, it does not. Just because a person is nice, and you know, many men have fallen for women because you know when they use the beta male tag, it's in reference to a man that lets a woman run over him, and I know of a lot of men that are not punks at all, but you know the women get away with some slickery at the mouth, and she just gets away with certain things. Okay. Number 2, he is reserved.
Okay.
One of the main traits associated with beta males is being reserved. This natural reservation is what leads people to suppose a beta male is shy and not willing to partake in his opinions. While it's true that some beta males are shy, numerous are just hysterical to partake in their opinions openly. The reservation of the beta male is a commodity that leads them to avoid numerous social relations. Being reserved doesn't mean that beta males warrant commodity to say, but it does mean that they're limited in how important influence their words or ideals can have. So they're just shy. They're not what you call the life of the party. He is amenable. A hand specific of the beta male is being amenable and trying to avoid stepping on someone's toes. Being amenable means that when brazen with conflict or an opposing opinion, the beta male is likely to avoid defending himself if this means that the other person will dislike him.
I don't know about that, beta man. Y'all got to check that. I don't know about that quality.
Okay, now while numerous view being amenable as a negative particularity, there are times in which being amenable has its benefits. However, being amenable frequently makes them lose interest and keeps the beta manly safe if you're dealing with someone who's just trying to argue with you or start a fight. So I like I said, everybody can't be an alpha.
Everybody cannot be an alpha.
And this is why I brought the subject up, because these are the top 2 that we know about, and that everybody throws out: alpha, beta, and we throw it out there, but there's so many other in between.
Okay, let's talk about the in between ones.
All right, let's knock out his other one. Okay, but the beta male is loyal. The last particularity for the beta male, and one of the biggest strengths, is that he is veritably loyal. One reason why the beta male is a veritably good friend is that he's loyal to those who admire him and are friendly towards him. The fidelity of beta males also makes them great workers because they're veritably likely to do their jobs and not intrude on the overall workflow structure. The beta male may not always speak his mind, but he'll always be by his musketeer's side when he's demanded. So he's loyal. So, like you said, he's not a punk. He's going to ride with the squad. He's just not going to lead the squad.
Okay.
So, I mean.
So, is an alpha male disloyal? I mean.
No, let's talk about it. I mean.
Because
he flies by his own rules.
Yes, and the article goes on to point out that the beta male is loyal and gave a whole paragraph describing his loyalty, and that was not given to the alpha male. So am I to assume that the alpha male will get ghosts, his loyalties will be tested at some point, and he might...
It sounds like the alpha male is loyal to himself and those that are loyal to him.
Okay, I can see that.
And when I'm saying loyal to him, I mean almost like in a worship type way, because the way
you think that.
Well, the way they say he rolls by his own rules. There's no other rules. There's his rules. And when you look at alpha male in the packs of lions, it's only one rule: his.
And I know a few alpha males, but one of them stands out in particular. But they all have a commonality between them. It's bordering on narcissism, though. It's not narcissistic. Well, some of them are narcissistic, but my one friend is definitely an alpha male. But when I think about when the question of loyalty comes up, you are absolutely right. He is only 100% loyal to him. Like every decision that he has made
is based on
his desires, his wants, his needs. Right. Like really, and some people may benefit from that. Mm-hmm. But I would not, just in looking at my dealings with him, I wouldn't necessarily say that he was loyal to me, although he has been.
Okay.
But I think it's only because of who I am, though.
But here's the funny thing about alpha males. You know, when you look at the totality of the male personalities, alphas, when they get around one another, somebody is going to have to be a beta.
So is it a pissing contest automatically?
It can be some tension as soon as you walk in the room, you know, because everybody got their chest poked out. You know, everybody want to see whose bank account is biggest, who dick the biggest, who got the most hoes.
Are you an alpha male?
The next one is gamma male.
Did y'all see that? Did y'all see how quickly he went to the other shit?
Because we
how you just gonna avoid my question?
It's about time,
rude,
sweetie.
Sherrod. I asked you
No.
question.
You know what? This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go through all of them,
okay.
And then I'm gonna tell you which one I align closest to.
Okay, before you tell it, go through all of them, and then I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna attempt to guess which one it might be.
All right. The gamma male. He is adventurous. The gamma male is a veritably intriguing character. He's seen as having a little bit of every other type of man combined in his personality, with no specific one of those personalities being dominant over the others. One of the main reasons for this is that the gamma male is one who's audacious in life and creates his own path down from the opinions of others. Where the alpha manly acts in a way that pleases others, the gamma male will do whatever he wants to feel fulfilled in his life. Gamma males generally have a wide array of chops and interests, leading to them enjoying exploring life and literacy and doing as they please. Number 2, he's eager. The gamma male is likely to be a person who's eager to get numerous effects in life. On the side of the experience and enjoying what the world has to offer, the gamma male will be likely to want to try new effects and will be eager to learn new chops. In another sense, the gamma male is also kindly eager to gain the affection of others. A gamma personality is one that can be independent of others, but is still eager to get the respect and admiration that others offer to them. Number 3, he is apprehensive. What helps the...
How is he traversing the whole universe, but still apprehensive?
I mean, well, you got to be kind of apprehensive, in some walks of life. You know what I'm saying? You can't just walk out there like, hell, certain sides of Detroit I'm not going to walk on and just be like, hey, let me wear my gold chain out.
Well, that's common sense. Please don't. Like, if you go to any urban area, tuck your shit or take it off. Like, for real.
I remember this pastor found that out.
Was he a pastor, though, Sherrod, for real? Like...
Is he a pastor?
Oh, wait.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Oh, you talking about the Detroit pastor?
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah, he did. I guess he thought... It's Pastor, Detroit is Detroit.
Yeah, baby.
Everybody ain't in your congregation,
Everybody don't know who you are and don't care.
Yes, and as I'm sitting here, I'm currently putting every man that I know in a box. So
okay, good. Number 3, he is apprehensive. What helps the gamma manly stand out among other types of men is his ability to be apprehensive of his conduct and how that conduct affects others. Okay, this can also be his key to getting veritably far in his life. It's generally allowed that those who retain the characteristics of an alpha male can turn into further of a gamma male when they become more apprehensive and conscious.
I can see that.
Okay, the mindfulness of a gamma male is what allows him to be well-liked and independent at the same time. And number 4, he is compassionate. Empathy has traditionally been seen as a woman-like particularity, so seeing a man act with a sense of empathy is intriguing and maybe kindly atypical. The empathy endured by a gamma male allows him to understand what others are going through so that he can act as a kind of support system for others. He understands EQ. With empathy towards others, numerous people will interpret the gamma male's passions as a consolation for their own situation or passions, and they will embrace the gamma male. Overall, the gamma male is one of, if not the most, justified manly personality types.
Okay.
See, and it is funny because when I was reading this stuff over, it gave me a new perspective of male personality types.
Okay.
Because what we hear, alpha, beta, alpha. If you just stick to the social media realm, alpha, beta, and it's like, oh man, okay,
I can't be just one of the two things.
It's something else out there.
Yes.
So now you got the omega male.
Okay.
He is tone assured, where the alpha manly relies on his group for the consolation of his character and status. The omega manly acts fully opposite of that, with little regard for how he's seen by others. Because of this, the omega male sense of tone assurance allows him to avoid trivial fashionability contests. An omega male will surely have many close musketeers he trusts and respects, but his primary source of meaning and confidence comes from within. A strike to this is that an omega male frequently neglects to watch for others, and they only know how to watch for themselves. Number 2, he is driven. With so important internal power to move him forward, you're likely going to see an omega male being driven to do what he wants. He's his own stylish cheerleader and will give himself all the provocation he needs to take action or succeed at completing a task. Other men are likely only going to want to get a commodity done or take on a task if there's some foreign position or a delectation or a price. For the omega male, the tasks that drive him from within will be all the provocation he needs to see that commodity is handled. Number 3, that boy smart, he intelligent. The typical nerd archetype is a commodity you can see among omega males, as they're veritably focused on intelligence and literacy. An omega male is someone who can breathe through complex algorithms and formulas to crack a law that others are frequently far too frosty to understand. While numerous men will just talk on and on without allowing about what they're saying or hearkening to the other person, the omega male is going to hear with intent and can make advised opinions on how to respond. Omega males are commodities like a mortal calculator. Number 4, he has diversified interests. Going along with the kindly cerebral focus of omega males, they're frequently going to be engaged with effects like video type games as well as further obscure pursuits. Effects like erecting models and pursuits that stimulate the mind are just what an omega male would love to spend time doing. Still, the omega male will just do whatever he wants. The lack of care for external confirmation gives the omega male a sense of freedom to do whatever he wants in his own way.
I think I was engaged to an omega male. I don't think it. I know it. My fiance did not give a shit about anybody else's opinions. For real. And he was very smart, very intelligent. He marched to the beat of his own drum. He wasn't like on the exterior like the hardest like dude on the block, but he was ignorant as fuck. Like he was an asshole. Like for real. He didn't back down. Like he was one of those people like you would sleep on him. Like you know, big guy might, because he wasn't a big man. So somebody might try him in these streets, and they're gonna be surprised at his response, because they would think him to be something else.
I'm telling you, like I said, just reading this shit over, it's like it gives you a new perspective on life, on male personality types, and like, damn, you grow up so many years like thinking I'm this,
yeah,
and then you start reading other shit, you're like, hold on, no,
I'm this,
I'm not this,
right? I'm that.
I'm this shit right here.
Yes.
The Delta male, he is abnegated. The Delta manly.
Okay, what does abnegated mean?
You know what? Let's look that shit up, because I I was just gonna read through the what's her name and figure that shit out.
Yeah.
Abnegated. Damn, it's not even. It don't even come up. Abnegated definition. It don't even come up. Wow, it doesn't come up.
Wow.
And I spelt that shit right. Well, maybe they'll tell us what it is.
Okay.
The Delta Manly offers a unique perspective into the way a person can change a personality type, as the Delta male is generally someone who has gone through an experience that has caused him to change into a Delta male. Whatever the experience may be, a Delta male will come more reticent because of it. Whether he went through a bad breakup or has developed trust issues in history, a Delta male will be slow to trust new people as he's frequently veritably reticent. There's a sense of not minding in that he doesn't have numerous studies on how to act on as his own person. Damn, hold on. There's a sense of not minding in that he doesn't have numerous studies on how to act as his own person. Damn, this don't sound like no cool person to be.
Right. Like, first of all, your life didn't change because of an event. And that has happened to many of us.
Yeah.
But you have taken on a whole other persona because of this.
And you don't know who to be.
You don't know. You just, because you stuck in the past, clearly.
And it says he is resentful. Going alongside the tricky history that has made them not get close to others, Delta males are frequently harboring some quantum of resentment towards others. Sound like a killer.
I recently dated a man like that, and it took me like time to figure out that this is a Delta male. What is this? The Delta male?
Yep, Delta.
I didn't know that that's what you call it, but yeah, he's classic that.
And I dig this. It says the Delta male will veritably and frequently look inward to resolve issues as he looks to others to condemn for his problems. So he ain't gonna look at himself. He blaming other motherfuckers.
This is exactly the man I date. This is exactly him.
A Delta male will be resentful to a person he used to date or was musketeers with in an unhealthy manner. Rather than moving on with life and growing as a person, the Delta male will use this person as a reason to remain unhappy and unproductive in his own life.
They need an 8x10 glossy
motherfucker
on this website.
And he is tone sabotaging. The Delta male frequently lacks the reality of life that you need to frequently deal with problems yourself. By placing the blame on others for his problems, the Delta male will tone sabotage himself by living under the vision that there's nothing he can do to become more. Still, the Delta male is likely to act manipulative or lie to get what he wants.
Yes.
If he's in a group of musketeers. In doing this with the many people that want to hang out with him, the Delta male makes it veritably readily for people not to trust or want to be around him. And number 4 is he is lonely.
By his own doing, though.
By his own doing.
Because don't nobody want to be around somebody like that.
Hey, it says when it comes down to it, the Delta male is veritably likely to be a lonely person. While he may have formerly been the life of the party with numerous musketeers, the Delta male has turned into a commodity bad. In letting himself get spiteful towards others and losing tone control, the loneliness sets in. The loneliness of a Delta male will lead him to only become more resentful and angrier at others as he feels his loneliness is someone's fault. He a fucked up dude, man.
He needs therapy. But it would never go because it ain't him.
Because everybody else.
And I bet you the most Delta males are fucking Aquariuses or Pisces. Okay, never mind. This is not an astrology show, y'all. I'm just, based on my own personal experience, I'm biased. I bet you they're Pisces.
That motherfucker, they be like, Pisces? Delta male. Then you gonna have them jokers looking up Delta male like this.
And that'll be the start to their recovery.
Man. Well, they ain't gonna look it up.
And they're gonna be like, that's not me.
That ain't me. That don't even sound like me.
700 people could say it, and then he'll be like, no, y'all, all you 700 of y'all is wrong.
Now, the Sigma male.
This is the last one?
I believe this is the last one, if
Okay.
I'm not mistaken. The Sigma male, he is cunning. You should be conservative of Sigma males, as they can just as fluently move you of a commodity that nothing differently could. They do not partake in the presence of power of an alpha male, but they can just as fluently get their way thanks to their immense cunning and capability to manipulate people and situations. See, Sigma males will be akin to tigers, alphas, or wolves or lions, because tigers don't fuck around in packs. They travel alone. Whether you see it as a positive or negative, the cunning of a Sigma male is inarguable. They're suitable to get nearly anyone on their side and are great at persuasion. Being a cunning Sigma male can help open numerous doors if you're not careful not to be too cunning with others. And he is tone confident.
My first daddy was definitely a Sigma male. Definitely, hands down. And had I known this the last time I saw him, I would have called him that. Fucking Sigma man. No, okay.
Hey, he is tone confident. Just as he can manipulate a social situation and the people in it, the Sigma manly deep down has no invested interest in the opinions of others. Sigma males are clearly popular with others,
Yes.
but they don't need the blessing of others to feel good and reassured about themselves. You can nearly suppose the Sigma male is someone like James Dean, like a James Dean character who does not play by the rules and is fine being alone. Indeed, when they're alone, the Sigma male is impeccably happy with themselves.
Yes. Telling y'all that was my daddy.
Number 3, he's likable.
Very much so.
Unless you're veritably good at seeing through the charm and manipulation of a Sigma male, he is veritably a likable person. People appreciate that they aren't hysterical to play by their own rules and aren't constantly searching for social confirmation as a lower person would. These types of men are frequently going to associate with the alpha and omega personalities, as they can each get along at the top in their own ways. The likability and cunning conduct of the Sigma male are enough to frequently get him in whatever friend group or situation in which he wants to be. And last but not least, he is calculated.
Yes.
The final piece of the Sigma manly mystification is his capability to make advised moves and opinions with great delicacy. He'll frequently break before replying to questions so that he can come up with a reason that's moreover well-spoken or funny if the situation calls for it. He's purposeful with everything he does, and veritably little will catch a Sigma male off guard. People will frequently find a Sigma male to be a further intelligent and funny man, as he is facetious with what he says and infrequently just speaks without allowing to help increase his overall likability.
My daddy was definitely, and I would venture to say that most con men are
okay.
Sigma males.
All right.
Because my father was very charming. He had a knack for disarming people to gain their confidence.
Okay.
And he was very calculated, like very calculated. Every person in his life
Had a reason to be there.
had
or
a
purpose.
reason, had a purpose for him,
Okay.
unbeknownst to them.
Oh, wow.
So, like, even us, like, he used the people closest to him. We were all marks. We were all marks. Every person who entered his life was a mark. Wow. Everyone. He was the quintessential confidence man. Like, his life was all about the con. Like, for real.
Damn.
Like, we were probably, his family was probably the biggest con. Like, for real. There was no separating.
Nobody's off limits.
No one was off limits. And that, like, classic Sigma male.
Now, the conclusion: from the alpha male to the Sigma male, every manly personality is unique in its own way. These personalities can determine how different men will reply in social and business settings likewise. You can use your personality type to thrive in life, and understanding others will help you better interact and make unborn connections. So, by knowing who and what you're dealing with, now you can understand why why men are who they are. And that's what I would tell every young woman. Before you get to know his pocketbook or his dick print size. Get to know who he is inside. Know who he is. That's who you got to know an individual. His personality. You got to know who he is, and then until you know that, because when men get money, they'll give you the money, but they won't give you the time. So you gotta lock a dude down and get to know him personally and spend time with him before you start asking for these things. Because I ain't gonna give you the money.
Why, Sherrod?
Now, if you my woman, I'll whatever I got, you got. Mm-hmm. But just some random ass.
Oh no, that's just like. Yeah. And there's a culture of men who call me when they want something from me. A whole culture of them. It could be food. It could be sex. It could be sweet talk.
Okay.
It could be Motrin 800. I mean, it could be anything, but they call with a request
because they know,
because they like, oh, well, she's sweet and amenable. She got it. She'll do it. Most men have this misconception about me because they don't be paying attention because
they think you're a pushover.
Yeah, okay. I think, and I think that they're so confident in their ability to trick, or to play games or to game, that they think I don't see it and I don't know it, but I do. Okay. But I play the game too. So, okay, we can play, but I'm better at this than you think I am. So they always get their feelings hurt. Always.
Oh, shit. All right.
Yeah. Because of the misconception. Like, yeah, I'm sweet and pleasant and all that. I am all of those things, but what I'm not is a fucking fool. If men think that I am a fool, it's because that's what I want you to think.
Okay.
This is chess, not checkers. So I'm thinking a couple moves ahead too. So okay. Yeah, I'm a formidable opponent. But anyway.
Oh, y'all hear that, fellas? You ain't fucking her over.
I be telling them, Sherrod, but they don't listen. They think it's bullshit.
Well, they listen, they just don't believe it.
They don't believe it. They don't believe it until and then they get their feelings hurt, and then they stop liking my posts on Facebook. Y'all notice y'all do this shit?
That's gonna get personal. Be like, man, fuck her shit.
Fuck her, stick her shit. Oh, she know who I thought she was. I'm not. I'm exactly the opposite of what you thought that I was. And so when they get their feelings hurt, then I'm the bad guy. Mm-hmm. But anyway.
Well, that sounds like a Delta male then.
Damn, am I dealing with a crew of Delta niggas?
Because that's the Deltas. That's what he said. They look outwardly to blame everybody for their situation and shit like that. They're not gonna self-check.
But I think you might be somewhere between an alpha and a gamma.
You know what? I thought when I read it, I said more like a gamma.
Okay.
Because when I get around other dudes, I'm used to hanging with my brothers, right? I used to, hang out with them. And my oldest brother, who's passed away, he was the outgoing one. Mm-hmm. I would just sit back and just watch and trip out on him. My younger brother, straight fool, I would just watch these do, just do what they do. Mm-hmm. Now my reactions or things that I would do would be mainly off of what everybody else does, So I'm not the life of the party. Mm-hmm. Especially since I don't drink no more. I'm not the life of the party. Now, when I was drunk, that was something. No. Okay. Now, when I stopped drinking and everything like that, that seemed like that's when I found out who I really was. Mm-hmm. And I can laugh, I could joke with you and this and that and the other, but as far as me being the one that stands out because I'm flashy, fly, or whatever, no. I'll stand out more because I'm not trying to stand with a crowd of people.
You the male version of me, I promise you. Because I wonder what the 6 female personality types, like, is there a separate thing for women? Because I'm like that. Excuse me. I get a lot of attention when I come into a room.
Okay.
But it's nothing that I try to do. I don't have to put on. First of all, I'm a light bearer. So, the energy that I am comes with me, and everyone is powerless against it. And that is a real true statement, because I made a choice to accept my divine purpose, which is loving and changing the world with love.
Okay.
So when I come anywhere, I bring that energy with me, and people can see it and they can feel it. Some people don't even know what it is, but they know they like it.
Okay.
But
Energy.
I am
good energy.
Yeah, I'm the background person though. Like, I don't need to be. Everybody doesn't need to know my name. I don't have to be on camera. I don't want to be famous. Like, that Hollywood shit doesn't impress me. It doesn't do anything for me. I don't look at celebrities like, ooh, because I look at myself like that. Like, because I feel like I'm a celebrity, but in my own mind.
Yeah.
And, I like things, but I'm not flashy. And I'm a little, I'm mild, I'm cool, I'm peaceful. And I think that in and of itself gets people's attention.
Right. And then, what I would tell I would tell my daughters, if you want anybody's attention, don't seek it.
Don't seek it. That's the truth.
And for me, not flashy. Hey, I'm a t-shirt guy. When I have to clean up, I clean up. But everyday wear, t-shirt, sweats. But I'm going to put a crease in my shit, though. I'm creasing my shit. I'm ironing everything.
Sherrod, I ain't picked up an iron.
Man.
You still put creases in your jeans?
Man, look at
Do you got creases in your sweatpants, nigga?
And if you look right there, I got a crease.
Y'all, I swear to God, I thought it was an agreement that we had stopped ironing our clothes.
I didn't get
He didn't get the memo.
I didn't get that memo at all.
And I put this jacket on today. If I take it off, you'll see how wrinkled it is.
No, I got creases. See that? That's a crease.
I see.
That's
old
a crease.
School.
That's a crease.
I see.
Hey, the funniest shit is I walked into Coney Island, right? Mm-hmm. Older guy was in there. He said, man, it's one or two things, man. Either you're an older cat or you're around old people, man. He said, I see them creases playing. I see them creases.
Or the third thing is you just got out of prison.
No.
Because the prisoners, the ex-cons, you having creases in their shit. I know you done noticed it.
Hey, all I can tell you is my pops is from the military.
Okay, I get it. Everything.
I grew up in a military-style family. My father, my brother, my sister, military.
So do you make your bed up military style?
No, I don't. I mean, I make it up. I make it up, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I do make my bed up. And before I go to work or whatever, I try to keep stuff clean and neat as possible. Mm. But, life sometimes dictates that we just throw shit everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
But when it comes to, like you said, the different personality types, females are the same, alpha, beta, gamma. So they got the same personality types all the way down to delta, sigma.
Okay. I'm probably beta again. What is a beta?
A beta? That's the friendly motherfucker. I always want to be
okay,
nice.
That's you said what? They always want to be liked.
No, a beta does want to be liked.
Okay.
He is friendly with a lot of negativity girding the beta manly personality. We need to understand that this veritably common personality type is nothing of which to be shamed. A beta male is a man who isn't a pushover or someone to look down on, but rather someone who's friendly and respects others.
Okay, I would definitely be a beta. If I were a man,
okay,
I'd be a beta because I'm kind. People do think I'm a pushover, and then when they discover that I'm not, that's my sweet spot because I love it to see the shock and all. Right. When they be like, "Wait, I didn't think you had it in you," and I'll be like, "I know that's part of it's one of the 48 laws of power. I forget which one, but yeah, let them think. I let them think that I'm a thing, and then I come, and change the whole game, and they be like." whoa, I wasn't expecting that. Like, I take people by surprise.
And that's one of the things of the arts of war, right? You make people think you're weak when you're strong, make them think you're strong when you're actually weak. So
yes.
it's just basically, I mean, you know.
So, for me though, I don't know that
Who do you prefer? If these 6 personality types were standing in front of you, physically how you want them to be, financially how you want them to be, the whole 9 yards, but you had to pick a personality type, who is it?
It would have to be a Gamma. While I do like and appreciate alpha males, they get a lot of attention, and they're always being pulled in different directions, and their time is very limited.
Right.
Because everybody sees what I see. They want a piece of the alpha man.
Right.
And the alpha males, because it's in their nature, give it. They give of themselves exponentially to other people. I can't have a relationship like that.
Right.
Because, not saying that I need to be the focus, but there needs to be balance. With an alpha male, they're always going to be called, because that's their thing. Mm-hmm. They're always leading the pack.
And they want to be the life of the party.
Right. Yeah. So that wouldn't work for me, because I need time and attention, and I need, when I call you, to answer. Or, you know, if I have a need that I think that you can meet, I need you to meet it. But with alpha males, they're going to meet whatever obligation they have first. And I would be second.
Yeah.
I don't want to be second.
They're about their business.
Yeah. So it would probably be a Gamma. Now, please refresh me, because I used to smoke a lot of weed. My memory. It's terrible.
All right. The Gamma male is a veritably intriguing character. He's seen as having a little bit of every other type of man combined in his personality, with no specific one of those personalities being dominant over the others. One of the main reasons for this is that the Gamma male is one who's audacious in life and creates his own path down from the opinions of others. Where the alpha manly acts in a way that pleases others, the Gamma male will do whatever he wants to feel fulfilled in his life. Gamma males generally have a wide array of chops and interests, leading to them enjoying exploring life and literacy and doing as they please.
Yeah. I like that. I like that guy. I like that guy. I like somebody who is self-aware.
And he's compassionate.
And who I can have adventures with.
Okay.
You know, like, okay, you out here living, let's do that shit together. You know, let's explore, let's have fun. You know, yeah, that would probably be my ideal type.
And see, for me, you know, I hear women, you know, say, hey, I want a man that's going to always say this. I may not always come to you with a place to go, but if you say, hey, Sherrod, I want to do, I'll go. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not the one that's always, hey, let's go jump off a cliff. Let's go do this, and let's go bungee jumping. Now, I'll never bungee jump. Fuck that. I'm not doing that, jumping off cliffs and shit. Fuck that.
Yeah, I'm not either, but I will do skydiving, though.
I'm good.
Why? You got wings, you got a parachute, and you got somebody attached to you.
No, I'm good.
You got safety precautions.
I'll just stand down there and take the pictures. You know, I don't need it. Hell, the last time I've been on a roller coaster was 1989.
Yeah, I don't fuck with roller coasters at all.
I'm straight. I gotta stay grounded. You know, I'm a Virgo earth sign. I need to be grounded to the earth.
I feel you.
You know?
I feel you. I'm much the same way, but I do like adventure, and I do like men who like adventure. I don't have to do anything extreme though.
Right.
But I don't want to sit in the crib.
I feel you.
I don't want to sit like a date night to me. And I'm not opposed to sitting at home sometimes. You know, I don't want to be out all the time.
Right. But I mean, you want to get away from the four walls.
Yes. And I want to be with somebody who sees me and who pays attention and knows they want to get out today, or I want to take. And so,
hold on, she acting funky. You need to get outside today.
You want somebody, whatever.
Right.
But I have run into the problem where men give you the bare minimum and think that that's effort, and it's not.
Okay, now, because I must got to play the lottery and play bare minimum because I've been hearing this a lot. Now, when you say bare minimum, is it the bare minimum that they think they should give you, or have you expressed to them that, look, this is what I need, and I'm not, and because hey, we're not mind readers, and if you allow us men to just go in our direction, we'll keep going in that direction because for us it's comfortable.
But for me, I want you to be interested enough in me to try. I
was interested when I said, hey, can I get your number?
That's the bare minimum, though.
But hold on, wait a minute. Didn't I take you out to eat?
Bare minimum.
Okay, didn't I come over to your house?
Bare fucking minimum,
and then,
Sherrod.
Didn't I fix some shit for you?
Ladies, whoever has dated Sherrod, you're forgetting bare minimum from this dude.
No.
I don't know. I'm just joking.
What you're getting are jokes.
Yeah.
No, seriously. But honestly, I mean, because I'm guilty of this. If I get locked into something, I'm locked there until you say, hey, I need to do something different. Because my life growing up, every day was a party. Every day. So when I got away from that life, I got away from it. So to go out, and kick it, I'm not opposed to it, but I love being at home. I love being away from the dumb shit that's out there, and it's no matter where you go, there's dumb shit. But if my lady says, hey babe, I'm tired of the four walls, we need to breathe some air or whatever. Oh, I'm game. I'm rolling. You know what I'm saying? We can go anywhere in the world you want to go, and I'm gonna keep you safe the whole 9 yards. But will it be me all the time? Or most of the time saying, let's get out? Probably not. So if you understand me like I understand you, we got to come with a compromise. That's what them 5 C's about.
I'm down with the compromise.
Okay.
I'm also down with reciprocity.
Okay.
But one thing that
Is that a recipe that... No, I'm just fucking with you. Anyway.
Y'all see my face. But what I don't want to do is... I don't want to take away a man's ability to be creative in a relationship. And by that I mean, I don't want to tell you what I want to do all the time. And I don't want to be the one making the suggestions. I want you to do that too.
Okay.
And I've fallen into relationships where men haven't done that.
Okay.
And then they say things like, well, you got to tell me what to do. My thing is, I want you to just try something. Okay. So I want you to pay attention to me, take stock of the things that I like, and then try something. The thing that you try, I may or may not like, but it's the effort that I will appreciate.
Okay, now, I'm glad you said that. Because appreciation is a hell of a word that's somehow has been lost. Reciprocity, appreciation has been lost amongst the entitled ones out here.
Okay.
Now, a lot of women feel like they deserve date nights every night. It's expensive, this expensive. Okay, cool. I can understand going out every now and again. And like you just said, if you try something, I may or may not like it, but I'll appreciate just that. Damn, you tried something, and that's the thing that, I hear so much of is, and don't try it. And if I don't like, it's like, hold on, wait a minute. If I try something, you don't like it, all you have to do is tell me. Okay, like if you cook me some meatloaf, I'm gonna tell you don't ever cook me meatloaf. But just say you didn't know, and I never told you I don't like meatloaf, and I eat the shit. I'm like, you ain't gotta cook that no more. But thank you. I appreciate the time and effort you put in the kitchen, but you ain't never got to cook no meatloaf, no lima beans, none of that shit for me no more, And I'll give you a list of what I won't do.
And I will do the same thing. Like,
okay, the appreciation part is big, though.
Yes, it is huge. And I'm very forthright when it comes to what I need, but I won't tell you how to be in a relationship with me.
Okay.
And not that I'm expecting men to be mind readers.
No, but we do need to learn who you are. Just like I want you to learn who I am and take body cues.
Yes, and I'm very forthright when it comes to that. I'm very expressive.
Okay.
And plus I like to chat. I don't like small talk. It pisses me off.
What's small talk?
Small talk is, how about those bears? So,
hey, Will B, I know you're gonna hear this, bro. She talking about your bears, man.
I'm sorry, but small talk is like insignificant bullshit talk.
Okay.
I'm interested in big talk. Let's talk like about some serious shit. Like, so when we are taking stock of who we are,
mm-hmm.
there is the person that we present to the world, and then there's also our shadow self.
Right.
Our shadow self is just as much a part of us as the person we present to the world.
Right.
So I want to talk about that stuff, like the deep stuff.
Okay.
Not whatever is the opposite.
So you don't want restricted conversation.
No, let's talk about it. And
yeah.
This is the kind of relationship, the ideal relationship for me that I have never had, but that I desire to have.
Okay.
Even in my best relationship, this was not possible because spiritually, emotionally, we were on two different journeys.
Okay.
And I had started my spiritual, emotional journey way before he did.
Right.
So he was on a different leg of his journey than I was. So basically, there was a period in our relationship where he needed to catch up, meaning he needed to do the self-work that is required for us to have balance in the relationship. He didn't do that.
Okay.
Relationship was out of balance, even though it was my best relationship, if that makes any sense.
That means
that my other relationships were terrible. But I really feel like I want to have a relationship with my friend. I want to be able to have conversations as if I'm talking to my homeboy, my homie. Like, I want to come home, because for me, if I live with a man, home has got to be heaven. It's got to be refuge from these mean Detroit streets.
Right.
So when I come home, not that I want to, and plus, I need to have my thing, and you need to have your thing. Mm-hmm. So that when we come together, we can both talk about our things. We have stuff to talk about. Right. And I want to share this stuff. Right. I don't want to dump all my blues on you. I want to share all the stuff. But I want to be able to have a relationship that is so free and trusting that I could come and talk to you about if I saw a man that I found was attractive and the things that I thought was attractive about him. I want to be able to have those conversations with my man without anybody feeling a way about it, because I love you. Okay. You my man. We committed. We in this thing. But if we're going to do this thing, let's do it to death. I want to share myself in a way with my man that I don't share with others. I want to be able to speak the truth all the time. The truth of who I am, what I feel, what I like, what I don't like. Yeah, I just want to come home to my friend, and whatever that means, because we're adults and we can craft a relationship based on how we see fit. Right. It doesn't have to be anything in the traditional sense, but it has to work for us. Yeah. So if we've come together, we sat down and we've crafted this relationship, now I'm trusting this person to abide by what they've agreed to in the relationship, and they're trusting me to do the same thing. Also, if something changes with me or something changes with him,
you want to be able to adapt with that change.
But I want him to be able to come and tell me. Okay. And I want to be able to tell him, babe, I'm feeling this way. And even in situations where I might not even understand what I'm feeling, I want to still have my friend that I can come to and say, I'm feeling this way, and I don't even understand why I feel this way, and we can have conversations and try to work it out.
I can dig it. I mean, because I've been in relationships where the dialogue was just open, honest, true, boom, talk about any damn thing, small talk, big talk, just crazy talk, conspiratorial shit, whatever. We talk about everything under the sun. Even if we don't agree, our agreements are so smooth to where you feel comfortable with just saying, you know what? I think the sky is purple. And if they disagree, it's not an insult like you're stupid. It's like, you know what? No, I think it's more. And like I was listening to an individual say, and I've always thought this. your best way to gauge a person or your relationship is how you converse with one another during times of disagreement. If it's nothing but utter respect during the times of disagreement, like, nah, especially if we stay on topic, unlike Facebook posts where people will see that we're talking about blue shoes, but now you want to talk about blue cars. People can't stay on topic.
Okay.
And that's what's wrong with a lot of arguments, is that they can't stay on topic. It's like, okay, we're arguing about, I put this here and you moved it. Now you want to call my mama stupid. I'm like, what she has to do with you moving this out the way?
And you know what else pisses me off? When people will point out in a relationship, point out a flaw of yours. And then, not even flaw, or something that bothers them. And then the person will say, but you do this and you do that. Even though they might do it, now is not the time. Now it's not rebuttal time.
Listen to what I'm telling
now
you about
is
you.
Your lover is telling you something that's bothering them.
Yeah.
Instead of saying, babe, how can I fix it? What can I do to make it right? They say, but you do.
Right.
And I'm not a victim. I'm guilty of this. I have done this before because I felt like...
Man, we all did. Like, we feel like we're under attack.
And I feel like, nigga, the nerve of you telling me what the fuck I'm doing and you over here doing X, Y, Z. For real. Like, and even now, I have to be like, okay...
You got to check yourself.
Table that till it's your turn. You know? Table that. And... if you have an issue in a relationship, bring it up when you have the issue.
Right.
Don't let that shit fester and sit and push it down. And then when he bring up something, now you like, on October the 13th, your motherfucking ass, you know.
Pull his long list out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, and by the way, since you brought that up, here's my list.
And your mama owed me some money, by the way.
Right. I just feel like I want the kind of relationship where if something is bothering me, we can approach it right then.
Okay.
But it has to be us against the problem. It can't be you against me or me against you and then the problem too.
And we have to be openly looking for a solution.
Yes.
Not just stating the problem.
Yes. But, so I want that kind of understanding with my next mate.
Okay.
I want it to be us against the problem. The focus is us. And also, what's the point if it's not? If the focus isn't us, why the fuck are we together? Because I am in your life. I did.
That's emphasis.
I love cussing.
Cussing
is my shit.
But you know what? They say people that cuss a lot are the most honest and open people. Go ahead.
It's true. But my whole purpose of being in a relationship is so I can make you happy all the time. Or so I can contribute to your happiness.
Okay.
And then so that you can contribute to my happiness.
Yep.
If we're doing the opposite of contributing to each other's happiness,
shouldn't be together.
Why the fuck are we together?
Yeah.
We're wasting each other's goddamn time. I could be giving all this love to somebody who fucking appreciate it, and same for you.
Like I said, there's no 50-50. It's 100-100.
100. And if you're not willing to come in at 100%, don't do it.
Don't do it.
You could just date. You know, and dating doesn't mean you're exclusive, doesn't mean you're having sex. What it means is you're getting to know a person and you're having fun. That's all dating is.
But at least be agreeable to what the situation is.
What do you mean by that?
You know, if we're just dating, we should both know that
we're just dating.
We're just dating.
Yes.
You know, it's like, don't have... Well, it's always going to be some crazy motherfucker that think we're more than this. But
if you have to ask, y'all not dating.
Yeah.
If you got to ask, what are we? Y'all ain't nothing. Y'all are just...
But not in the sense of I'm asking you what we are. In the sense of, you know, while we're getting to the phases, you know, because there's the lust phase. And
so break down all the phases, the relationship phases in the world of Sherrod. What are the phases?
It's the first thing is lust. And when I see you, that's the only reason why I'm attracted to you.
Is it always lust?
Hell the fuck yeah. I don't care what.
It can't be, Sherrod. It can't be
any
lust.
dude that tell you he saw you and there was like, oh, I'm looking at her. She could be a hell of a friend.
But there have been, I guess I done asked the man to give me the phases and not to interrupt it. But anyway.
No. Go ahead.
It's weird that women, I think women and men are different in this regard. Because for me, it's not lust.
No, I'm talking about from a man's perspective. Because
Okay.
I see some ass, some titties, and it's
But
like,
is that all you see though? Like really,
and
it's
a pretty
lust.
face. Nah, yeah, because that's the only reason why I'm even coming over to talk to you. Because I want to fuck you.
Are you fucking serious?
I'm dead fucking
So,
serious. I'm being.
all the women that you have wanted to approach and talk to, you wanted to fuck them.
I saw that ass, was like, that's a fat motherfucker. I wonder how it is. I'm being honest.
Men of the world.
And if
Do
men,
y'all really do this, or is it just
no.
the Virgo here?
Hey, I'm gonna tell you because, I mean, why else would I want to even talk to you?
She could have a nice personality.
I don't,
or-
but see, if I don't know that about you already, just say, okay, she got a nice smile, damn, she's pretty. But as I'm saying she's pretty, I'm like, damn, that motherfucker is thick. God damn.
So that's immediate. Like
That's immediately. And then if you open your mouth and say some stupid shit and like, oh, maybe we can be
all
friends.
attractiveness.
Yeah, because if I can't do nothing with a dumb female.
Okay.
Now, lust, like I said, lust is what brings me to you to get your phone number and this and that and the other. Now, when we start talking, like, hold on, wait a minute. It's something else more than just her body. This chick, she's smart. She got some shit to her. She got some substance to her. So that lust turns into, oh, I'm liking this chick. Okay, she cool. And to be totally honest with you, I'm not asking you for sex as soon as I see you. Lust is what brought me to you. Me kicking it with you after I get the phone number from lusting you is to liking you because now we done start kicking it. We talking.
Okay.
And then now I'm starting respecting more about you than just your physical features.
Okay.
Now I'm like, damn, she do such and such.
She do hot yoga on Wednesday.
Man, it's like shit. I can't
Like
wait to
that.
see that ass naked and sweating. You know what I'm saying? But that's just my added part to it.
Wait
That-
to see that ass.
naked and sweating.
Naked and sweating.
Yeah, that's that hot yoga shit. Infrared shit. Hot Works. What's that other place? It's a bunch of places.
It's a bunch of hot ass places. I'm not going there.
But the point is, you start off lusting, then once you start talking, you develop a like for this individual, and then that like, hopefully is going towards me falling in love with this person. And I'm quite sure there's phases in between, but the big one is lust, like, love.
Okay, so for me, it is attraction.
That's that lust.
It's not lust all the time, though. See, that's
That's that lust. But go ahead.
Lord.
It's gonna fall
Please
under that category.
be with me.
I promise you.
So it's attraction.
If you want to do it.
Then there is the getting to know phase. But this, I need, there's a caveat for me, though.
Okay.
I don't approach men.
Oh, no,
I
no,
like
no.
being approached.
No, I feel you. I feel
and
you.
this is the other point. I thought about this as I was riding over here. Damn, and I just lost my damn train of thought.
Because that attraction was lust.
It was not lust all the time.
Do y'all know if y'all want to have sex with a man off the rip?
Instantly, yes.
Okay.
It's instant.
So it was lust.
But it's not. It's human nature.
Okay.
First of all, it's not necessarily lust though.
Okay.
But like if I meet a man, that's not the first thing I think of. There are certain things.
Even if he got big shoes.
That big shoe shit is a lie. It's a fucking lie.
I heard
I know
people-
a man with big shoes. That's the only thing that he had that was big.
All right, man. Attraction.
Okay, so it's attraction. Then it is, us getting to know each other.
Okay.
Then there's the dating phase.
Okay.
The dating phase is we are not exclusive.
All right.
We are getting to know each other further.
Okay. Getting to
And
know
during
you.
this stage, we may or not be having sex.
Okay.
We're definitely going to kiss and hug, though.
Okay.
And we are, at this point, determining whether or not, well, at least I am, determining whether or not I would consider this person for anything more serious, right?
Okay.
And this is also the stage where we each let each other know what our intentions are. Because if your intentions are just for us to have sex or just to be cool, state it right then.
Okay.
Because I need to be able to make an intelligent choice based upon the information that you give me. And I'm going to do the same. I'm going to give you all the information that you need to make an intelligent choice.
Okay.
So then, based upon this information and the choices that we've made, we either stop dating, we either continue dating not exclusively but with limits,
Okay.
or we move into the next phase, which is exclusive dating. That means it's just me and you. I don't have anybody else texting me, calling me, interested in hooking up or anything. I don't make any agreements. I don't go out on dates with them. And the same thing with them. It's just me and you.
Okay.
We are in this thing dating exclusively. However, Sherrod, especially at this big grown age, me and you are not going to be dating exclusively if the intention isn't to be married.
Okay.
And by marriage, it don't necessarily have to do with a piece of paper. I'm talking about
exclusivity. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, exclusivity. We've made an agreement with each other that we're going to be exclusive and only see each other.
Okay, that's fair.
For however long a time, if we want to set a time limit. And then if we get married, and of course, but all of this whole time, we can customize how we're going to deal with each other according to agreements that you and I make with one another.
Okay, I mean that's fair. That's some tight shit.
I have to be able to trust you, but I don't own you. But I need to trust that when you leave up out of the house, you're going to abide by the agreements that we have agreed upon.
All right.
And then if you violate the agreement, you violated the relationship, and I can't be with you anymore. And then it's over. As simple as that.
All right.
Now, there are some other circumstances where the relationship might be over, but it's going to be us talking about it, discussing it, and it's going to be over amicably. We're not going to have a problem. We're just going to be grown-ups about it.
This old fucking ass mother.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Yeah. I'm just not doing that. I
never understood that.
I don't either.
You know,
because we ain't got to fall out.
If we just mutually agree that this does not work, even if we don't mutually agree, it's like, okay, it's over with. And I don't need to bring you down to lift me up and make me feel better. I did that revenge shit when I was younger. You know, I did that shit. And at that time, it felt good. But then when I got older and more mature and started thinking about that situation, actually, what did I gain? Nothing.
You wasted your time.
You know, it's like, damn, I plotted this shit out. It went exactly like I wanted it to, but it didn't give me anything that was tangible. It was
right, and the satisfaction is fleeting. You know, it's over quickly. Like, okay, I did that. It turned out how I wanted.
Still went back to hitting her though.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, I got my revenge back, and then we done wound up getting back together and doing some dumb shit.
Yeah.
You know, so it everything has to be in agreement.
Yes.
I think that's what it is. I mean, you know, just say, are we paying 50-50 bills? Who cares what the outside world thinks about what we do on the inside of our house?
Yes.
If we go 50-50 on bills, but see, and that's the thing. It's not a 50-50 thing. It's shit. Whatever needs to get done.
The damn lights need to get paid. Shit. Whoever's paying, I don't care. I just need the lights paid.
It's like,
I will say this though, Sherrod.
Go ahead, say it.
I want to be taken care of in every way.
Okay.
Now that's not to say I don't take care of as well.
Okay.
But it's certain shit that I just don't like doing as a woman in a relationship.
And what's that?
I don't like getting my car washed and cleaning the interior of my vehicle.
Did you dirty it?
Yes, okay. But this is an understanding I have to make with my boyfriend or my husband or fiance.
Well,
this is going to transfer over to your job. I don't like doing this shit.
Well, okay, now okay, that's fair, right? That's
yes.
Fair. But now, as the dude that's cleaning this car up, it's going to be, okay, you can't do certain shit in this car no more. You're like, you want to eat chicken? You know the crunchy chicken is going to be all...
Don't nobody be eating chicken in their car, do
I do.
Oh, my God. But there are certain things like getting my oil changed.
I mean, I can understand.
I can do shit like that. I can do all the shit. I don't want to. I am such a girl. Oh, this is the point that I was about to make. I want to be in a relationship so that I can be 100% myself. There's a certain way that a woman is, and when she's with a man, and there's a certain way that a man is when he's with a woman. Mm-hmm. When you're single, you don't get to be that way. Because I like to dress up and put clothes on and be like, hey, how I look? You know, I like to do all that stuff. Of course, when I put clothes on and stuff like that, I'm like, oh, you look nice or whatever. But it's different when you're doing something and you got a man to be like, yeah, turn around. Yes. Yeah, you know, I like. So there's a certain thing that women are, or that they turn into, or that they plug into when they get into a relationship.
Yeah,
I love that part.
Everybody doesn't get the same version of you.
No.
Because
so when you with your man, my man is gonna get extra.
Right.
My man is gonna be like, fellas, I'm going home. I will see y'all next week. But now I'm going home.
And you know what? That takes it's a level of maturity to get to that point. Mm-hmm. You know, because when I was married, you know, I found every reason to stay out. Seriously. It's like, because I didn't like going home. Mm-hmm. I didn't like going home. So it's a level of maturity, and then there's a level of comfort that has to be at home for a man to say,
yes,
all right, fellas, I'm gone.
Yes.
And the cool thing about it is your fellas understand that shit, like,
yes,
all right,
you know, I know what you got at the crib.
And we used to joke about being henpecked.
I remember those jokes.
You know, and when you get older now, it's like, bruh, you coming out, be like, oh man, I might come, bruh. Cause once you done worked all day and you done sat your ass on that couch and took them shoes off.
Yes.
You know, for me, like I said, for me when I was younger, every day was a party. I got off work, grabbed a brew, grabbed some Doritos, coat my stomach before I get the Henny or the Remy up in me. You know, that yak in the lap with the red cup. You know.
I know nothing about that, guys.
Okay. Anyway. But then once I stopped drinking, once I stopped hanging out, you know, I love being at home. I love chilling at the crib. I love just
yes.
And but to get out every now and again, you know, that's some cool shit too. I mean, I get out.
It is. I like, you know, part of being in a relationship is always having a date. You know, like somewhere. I like dating. I like being outside the house, but not more than I like being inside the house. So home has to be heaven. Okay. It has to be heaven. Like, there were times where I did not like my fiance, but I could not wait to get home. Yeah. Like, I could not imagine not being around him. I could not imagine. There was never a moment where I didn't want to be there. Never. And we were with each other all the time.
You know what? I'm gonna cut you off because you said something early. Now this is like one of my most favorite songs, man. Jill Scott.
Yes.
The fact is, I need you. You know, I can do all those things. I can kill that spider, buy my own shoes. I can do all that shit.
Yes.
But I prefer you to do it.
Yes.
And as men, you know, and now trust me, I don't care what relationship I was in, what kind of relationship I was in. I'm a gentleman. I'm opening doors. I'm making sure I'm walking on the outside. I'm pulling out chairs, taking your coat. I'm those things to any woman that's in my presence.
Okay.
You know, because my pops was real big on, your woman should always feel safe. Any woman in your presence should feel safe. Whether it's my sister, my daughters, or whatever, mm-hmm. Everybody needs to feel safe. Now, but when you got a woman, and it's your woman, and like you said, it's, you know, you don't have to get the snow off your car. You know, I don't, it's like, damn, I got that. You know, and what I found is a lot of women are so used to dudes not doing it. When you reach for that door, they're already sitting in the car. You're like, how the hell you getting there that quick? It's like,
not me.
And this is what I tell my daughters. If you're on a date with a dude, you stand by the door until he comes and open the door. And see, and I understand, you know, my younger self, would be like, since you got open the damn door, it's raining, you gonna be wet.
And if a guy says that to me, I am going back in the house. I'm so serious, y'all.
No.
And plus, come and collect me at my goddamn door.
Yeah.
Don't pull up in the driveway and
yeah.
call me or text me like I'm outside.
Blowing is for hoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, please don't blow.
Yeah.
Because I will not open the door. But don't pull up in the driveway and call me and tell me to come out. I need you to come and collect me at my door.
I feel you. I mean, that's understandable. And what these younger women need to know is that there are certain things that a man is supposed to do. When you go to a restaurant, dude is not supposed to sit with his back at the door or to the window because he needs to purvey and look at the whole situation to see, like, look, okay. And I was telling another young lady, when a man walks, is supposed to be the first one walking into a house. Because why? Because you don't know who's in there. Y'all been gone for a while. You don't want to be the first one in.
But in the young women's defense, who don't know this, they don't know it for a reason.
That's true.
They haven't been, schooled on that.
That's true.
A lot of them.
A lot of men don't know this.
A lot of men don't know it, and a lot of them are living generational cycles where that's unheard of.
Yeah.
But see, the guy who's not opening doors, that's not the guy for me. I'm not going to force myself or allow myself to be in a relationship with someone that's so
woman shouldn't have to teach him the things.
Right.
That's really.
And you can't be so opposite of me that we're incompatible.
Right.
'Cause it's going to be a problem. And I need you to have some books.
Okay.
In your house.
Okay.
And I need you to be an active reader and a listener. There are so many things, but the things that I require are also things that I'm willing to give.
Now, that's the magic. That's the magic phrase right there. Because that's what a lot of men are saying. Okay, you want these things. What do I get?
You get to be taken care of too. Because like I said, I want to be taken care of in every way.
Reciprocity is a huge...
It's huge.
It's not only a huge word, it's a huge thing to do.
Yes. And I would love for a man to pay all the bills. I would. But if that's not possible, okay, we gonna make it work. However, if we wanted to work, we can make it work.
And people on the outside should not know what you pay and he pays.
Correct.
What he paid, ain't none of your business.
It's none of your business.
All you know is the lights on when you came to visit. The lights on, right? That's the water work. Don't worry about how shit get done in our house. It get done.
And in one of my relationships, we had an agreement. He took care of us outside the house. I took care of us inside the house.
And what does that mean?
It was, he paid all the bills. He made sure, we both had the things that we needed financially. He represented us in a way that they knew we had a strong household.
Okay.
And then when he got home, everything was easy for him.
Food
he didn't
cooked.
have to do much, but sit, food cooked, clothes washed. It's not that I've been to gender roles, but there are just things I'm naturally I am naturally a domestic person. Like I enjoy, this is one of my love languages.
Okay.
I enjoy being of service.
Okay.
So, and plus I want to make my man happy all the time. So I'm going to provide the things inside of our house that I know he likes and that would make him most comfortable or would make us most comfortable.
Right.
And plus, if he taking care of all the finances and doing stuff and representing us outside the house, what the fuck I'm doing? I got to be doing something. It goes back to balance.
It's balance.
So, it's not because I'm a girl, because, I would take the garbage out sometimes, even though he would be like, hey, I got that.
Right.
I wasn't opposed to doing that.
Like my brothers, they cook. Relationship or not, they the cookers.
Okay.
They cook because they enjoy it. I cook because I'm trying to survive. You know what I'm saying? And every woman I've dated has cooked.
Okay.
So this new phenomenal woman now, I want to go out every night. Be like, hold on, would you be burning water or something?
And first of all, that's stupid.
It's not economic.
It's not practical.
Right.
And I like my cooking better than restaurant food. Like, for real, home cooking to me is because, you know, you got a degree of love in there. We know each other. You've done something for me. If you cook for me or if I cook for you, this is, you know, a gift. And a lot of times when I go out to eat, I be dissatisfied with the food.
Yeah. And you know what?
Service.
And I hate waiting in lines.
Yes.
I hate that. I hate to wait to be seated. I hate waiting for the waitress to get over there to see what I want to eat.
Yes.
You know, if I'm going to wait, let me wait at home watching some ass shake while it's cooking. You know what I'm saying? That's me. I'm a creepy person when it because while you at the crib and you cooking, I'm touching ass, titties, everything. I'm freaking on you while you're cooking.
Oh my God.
The whole 9 yards. That's what home is supposed to be.
Yeah, it's supposed to be fun. And if you're not getting it at home, then there's dissatisfaction creeps in, and that's when people who don't have a certain kind of relationship become unfaithful.
Yeah, that's when the side pieces have to help your relationship.
This is the other thing about that.
Okay.
If me and you are in a relationship and either you or I are dissatisfied in some way,
gotta let it be known.
we are obligated to state our dissatisfaction
for
the sake of the relationship.
That makes sense.
If your partner is not willing to make it right, then you have to have another conversation with your partner. Like, I've told you my dissatisfaction.
Okay.
You've done nothing to make me more secure or to change whatever behavior has made me dissatisfied. So now we can't be together no more. So we got a choice to make. Are you going to make changes?
Are we gonna fix it, or
are we gonna fix it, or
fix it, or fuck it?
Right. That's a good show. Like, that would be a sweet reality show. Fix it or fuck it.
You know,
it would have to be on Zeus Network.
Right. Or what's that shit? Tubi.
I don't even know why I laughed at Tubi, because shout out to Tubi, because Tubi is giving all of these local people an opportunity.
I ain't mad, because if you look at Amazon Prime, man, they got some shit on there.
Tubi-esque movies.
Yeah, and the fucked up thing is you get caught in and be like, damn, this is kind of interesting.
It is. All the movies I've watched on Tubi with the terrible camera shots, terrible acting,
terrible editing, everything. You see the camera moving and shit, but you sitting there like, hey man, she gonna shoot you, bro.
Yes, you be in, and then you know Tubi play the other movies back to back, so you'll be there all day on Tubi.
Yeah.
Yes. Excuse me, y'all. It's hot.
So, we talked about the 6 personality types. 6 personality types. You want to basically a Gamma man.
Yes.
And this is what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to let you have the last word on our podcast today. The last word.
Dang, you know, put me on the spot.
Yeah. You know what? Because it's like I'd rather have folks hear your perspective on it, because I invited you on here. You know, say, hey, come kick it with me or whatever. Hell, people know what I think about shit.
The only thing that I can say is, first of all, in relationships, it all boils down to you. Decisions that you make.
Right.
Decisions that you're willing to make.
Okay.
If you're in a relationship and something isn't right, it's not working, like, if you're going against the flow, you're going to always toil. If you're going with the flow, it'll be easy. And that's kind of how you'll know if your relationship is working or not.
Okay.
Like, if you're constantly, like, fighting to make this thing fit and, you know, it's not working. It's not for you. But first, you got to check you first. Mm-hmm. You have to make sure you're doing everything that you can do to make it work. That means you have to do your self-work first. You got to have emotional intelligence. You have to be emotionally mature. And then you cannot love somebody how you love. You have to love somebody the way they need to be loved.
Right.
So that means that you have to pay attention to your partner. Mm-hmm. And you have to give them what they need, not what you need to give.
Or
you have to give them what
they want.
What they need or what they want.
Okay. All right.
And the focus cannot be about just you. It has to be about y'all. If y'all are interested in making this thing be anything more than just a date, it has to be about the two of you moving as one unit.
True.
It can't just be I'm in a relationship with Sherrod. It has to be we're in a relationship with each other.
Right.
Yeah, so, and if you are focused on peace all the time, that makes your relation, but your partner also has to be focused on peace, because these motherfuckers will say they want somebody to be your peace, to be their peace, but they not peaceful. Like, how you gonna want somebody to be your peace and you wreaking havoc in the relationship? Like, who can be peaceful in a chaotic situation? So if that is your thing, you have to make sure you be with somebody that's also peaceful. And just because you're compatible don't mean you should be together.
That's true.
So, you know, if I can live, learn, and grow with a person, that's my man. Sweet. And if I can't live, learn, and grow, if it ain't growing, it's dead. And that's for anything. Plants, hair, relationships, all that. If it ain't growing, it's dead. So when it comes to, you know, people will be in relationships we've been together 20 years. Yeah, but what's the quality of your relationship?
Right.
You know, so if it ain't growing, it's dead. Let that go, and then give somebody else the benefit of your time, energy, and company.
Sweet.
That's my word for the day.
That's the word for the day. And you know what? And then that's going to lead us into the next podcast that we put out. It's going to be the 5 C's of a relationship.
What are the 5 C's, Sherrod?
We're going to let them wait.
We're going to let them Google it, because you know they're going to Google it.
Well, I hope y'all do, because these are my 5 C's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, these are my 5 C's. So, hey, we appreciate you guys stopping in, giving us your time, checking us out. Hey, if you like it, hit the like button. If you're not a soul visionary, man, hit the subscribe button. And if you think the content was good and is great for people to listen to and can learn from, man, share it for us.
Peace, y'all.